In this video, you'll learn 5 steps to lower your hemoglobin A1c fast. I'm Dr. Morgan Nolte, founder of Zivli, and we help you prevent and reverse insulin resistance for long-term weight loss and disease prevention through a low insulin and inflammation lifestyle. Your hemoglobin A1c is not the same thing as your fasting blood sugar. Your fasting blood sugar is a measurement at a single point in time, whereas your hemoglobin A1c measures your average blood sugar or glucose over the last 3 months. Here's a chart that estimates what your average blood glucose level is for your A1c. As you can see, the higher your hemoglobin A1c, the worse off you are. An optimal A1c is less than 5.5%. The pre-diabetic range for an A1c is 5.7% to 6.4%, and the diabetic range is 6.5% or above. Often your doctor won't really address your blood glucose levels until they're in the diabetic range, but so much can be done to lower them before you need medications, and so much can be done once you're on medications to reduce your amount or get rid of them altogether. Now, as a disclaimer, the device I'm going to give you needs to be put through your own common sense test. If I say something and you think, whoa, I could never do that, then ask yourself what you could do to get just a little bit better in each area. Ultimately, you've got to find a lifestyle that is sustainable, that keeps insulin and inflammation low to lower and maintain a healthy A1c. To show you the stuff I'm about to share with you works, I'm going to share a couple of stories from YouTube viewers who started following the advice I share on here. This woman saw her doctor, and her A1c was 6.6. He said that she had 2 options: go on meds and continue eating how she was, or lower her A1c and not have to go on meds. In just 3 months, she lost over 18 pounds, and her hemoglobin A1c dropped 1.1 points in just 3 months and is now at 5.5%. So medications were avoided. And this person reversed her prediabetes in 9 months, and her inflammation test, which I'm assuming here is an hsCRP, went from 15 to 1. This is amazing progress, and it's possible for you too. The first thing to lower your hemoglobin A1c fast is to eat 50 to 80 grams of net carbs per day. This means that you'll have to get most of your food from healthy protein, fats, and fiber. We have a video about our ultimate food guide to help you with this, and we'll link to it on the end screen. The standard American diet is far higher than this in carbs, especially processed and refined carbs like bread, pasta, bagels, chips, and added sugar is in pretty much anything processed, and that stuff is going to spike your blood glucose. If reducing your carbs scares you or makes you feel restricted, check in with yourself and ask, what is the lowest hanging fruit that I could replace, reduce, or eliminate, and then go from there. You don't have to get rid of all of it, especially not at once. The first thing I did when lowering my blood sugar was to switch out my coffee creamer, which saved me 20 grams of added sugar a day. The second thing that you can do to lower your hemoglobin A1c fast is to walk for 10 minutes after your main meals. When you walk right away after you eat, your muscles soak up that glucose right away instead of making insulin do the work of allowing it into your cells. One study looked at 100 adults with diabetes and split them into 2 groups. Group A walked for 30 minutes in the morning. Group B walked for 10 minutes after each meal. After just 15 days, participants who walked 10 minutes after each meal had a 20% decrease in their fasting blood glucose, from 167 to 129 on average. The group that walked 30 minutes once a day had a 14% reduction in their fasting glucose. So walking in general helps, but walking after meals, as opposed to all at once, helped lower blood glucose by 6% more in this study. The third thing that you can do to lower your hemoglobin A1c fast is to attain an energy deficit through daily calorie restriction, intermittent fasting, or a combination. Intermittent fasting is highly personalized based on your menstrual cycle and stress levels. If you don't need to lose weight, you would not want to have an energy deficit here. A great place to start is 12 to 14 hours a day. Once you've got that going, you could try a 15 to 16 hour daily fast with 2 meals and a high protein snack or 3 meals in a condensed eating window. One study looked at 137 adults with type 2 diabetes. Participants were then randomly assigned to either an intermittent calorie restriction diet consisting of 500 to 600 calories per day for 2 non-consecutive days per week and increased intake for 5 days, or continuous calorie restriction of 1,200 to 1,500 calories per day for 12 months. The researchers concluded that intermittent energy restriction, or intermittent fasting, is a useful strategy for weight loss in type 2 diabetes and may be superior to continuous energy restriction. However, careful medication management is required to avoid hypoglycemia or low blood sugars. The fourth thing to do to lower your hemoglobin A1c fast is to supplement with berberine. A review of 14 studies found that berberine lowered blood sugar levels and seemed to be as effective as common blood sugar medications, including metformin and glipizide. Research suggests that berberine may help support the blood sugar lowering effects of other diabetes medications when taken alongside them. Now, it's a powerful plant compound that improves blood sugar control and enhances insulin sensitivity. It's also been shown to be effective for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and it helps improve your blood lipids. Begin with a lower dosage, such as 500 milligrams, to assess your body's response, and then gradually increase the dose over time under the guidance of a healthcare professional. To optimize absorption and minimize potential side effects, split your daily dose into 2 or 3 smaller doses taken with meals. It's crucial to consult with a healthcare provider or qualified practitioner to determine the ideal dosage and duration based on your unique health needs and any existing medical conditions or medications. This is especially important if you're already taking medication to lower your blood glucose to prevent overshooting and experiencing low blood sugars, which can be dangerous. The fifth thing to do to lower your A1C is to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Now, I know that this is easier said than done for many, but poor sleep and diabetes go hand in hand. Poor blood sugar management leads to poor sleep, and poor sleep leads to poor blood sugar regulation. In this study among patients with prediabetes, a shorter sleep duration was associated with a higher hemoglobin A1c. Poor sleep is a stress on your body that will raise cortisol, which will raise blood sugar. We have an excellent video with 15 tips to help you sleep better that you can watch here. And if you enjoyed this video and want more content like it, let us know in the comments. Be sure to check out our insulin resistance diet starter course here for more detailed information on how to eat to lower insulin resistance. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel.